Man, after 15 years of being a wedding photographer, I've decided it's time to get out of weddings. This is a big decision and something that I've been kind of thinking about for a few years and kind of tiptoeing around. And in January of 2026, I decided, no, it's time to let go. And I never made an official announcement or anything, but I wanted to make this video. Originally, I was going to just record the video and make it unlisted and then just email it to all my past clients. But I thought, I'm just gonna post it to my channel and it will give a little more like insight or context as to who I am for people who follow me on YouTube and have only known me on YouTube. But also same thing for my past clients, and inviting you to my YouTube channel can kind of give you some insight and context as to where I guess I'm going. First and foremost, I gotta say thank you so much to every single person I've worked with. I've photographed hundreds of weddings and worked with so many people. And man, it's been a blast. I think one of the best decisions that I made when I started the business was really making sure I approached the business and treating everybody like family. Everyone I've worked with, it just feels that way. Not only like by me treating my couples as family, but in reverse too, like all my couples treated me like family as well. There's just been so much kindness and support, and I still keep in touch with a lot of y'all. I still get Christmas cards and New Year's things and family announcements and all that in the mail, which is super awesome. I still get the random DMs, tags, and anniversary photos, and so it just means a lot to me that all of y'all still think of me, even though maybe your wedding was years and years and years ago. Anyway, thank y'all so much. I'm not good with words, and so I can't think of anything else other than just thank you so much for thinking of me, and the continued support truly means a lot to me. Okay, so honest reason why I'm getting out of weddings. Just gonna cut straight to the point. I haven't booked any weddings. I booked one last year, and they're going to be actually my last wedding. So I booked them last year, but their wedding isn't until the end of 2026. Like, that wedding is going out with a bang. It's going to be, I'm probably going to cry. Like, I know I'm making this announcement now that I'm not taking on anymore, but I will probably cry at that wedding. Honestly, like, I was kind of tiptoeing around this for a few years, because I went part-time in 2023. I started working full-time at a photo lab, and then was doing weddings and photography on the side. So it was just like crazy, because I had a full-time job, a part-time job, and then those of y'all who know, like, I had a family member I was having to take care of, and life just kind of became too much. And so I quit the photo lab job and tried to go back to full-time with weddings, and it just never kicked off. I started working for another company as basically like an associate photographer. Like, it was just by contract. Didn't make a ton of money by working with them, but I did get a few weddings. But man, did those weddings feel like a job. It was one of those things where you just literally show up and you meet them for the first time at the wedding. It was in those moments where I was like, I'm not enjoying this whatsoever. And then the only way that I can describe this is with weddings. Like, when you're a wedding photographer, you get older, but your clients don't. And it's just like this weird thing. And so I also began to feel like I wasn't really connecting well with people who were like reaching out to me. So basically I was still getting inquiries, but there was no like connection, lots of disconnect. And so, yeah, anyway, that's kind of like what led me to the decision. I'm kind of in this like new space now where I wound up picking up a part-time job at a local podcast studio. I remember when I did the interview, I told the owner, I was like, to be honest, I don't like video podcasts, but I've actually come around to really enjoying working there. I've learned so many new skills, but also a lot of these things, it still feels very familiar. So I'm still working with the camera. I'm still taking photos. I actually want to document more things over there. And so that's one of the things I want to kind of do this year is kind of like just document more of things going on over there. So I've got this kind of like new world, and it kind of fit in because I wanted to get into YouTube and make YouTube videos. And I've been kind of just all over the place as far as the types of videos that I want to make and all that. And so this is also why I'm putting this out there, is because it gives me another video to like get practice and just document my life. Everything just kind of like blended together and was just kind of making sense in hindsight, I guess. So anyway, basically I accidentally started a video podcast. It's called a Neuro Spice Latte. You can look it up. I'm interviewing other neurodivergent people and I'm really enjoying it. And so it gives me something else to kind of create on YouTube. I do want to get back into making more tutorial based things, but I'm just kind of taking life as it goes right now. Me getting out of weddings is basically me forcing myself to have to say no, which I have been saying no to inquiries that have been coming in. You know, I could have been booking more, but I've decided no, you need to let go, Anthony. So it's teaching me to say no, and it's allowing me to focus on building new skills. I'm still gonna be doing portrait work, so like family photography and stuff, probably events, anything that really kind of just piques my interest. But I also like the idea of photography becoming more of a creative thing rather than a thing where I feel like I have to be looking for clients. That feels exciting to me. So I'm not necessarily getting out of photography, but moving out of weddings. At some point, I'll find the time to update my website. I'm trying to figure out if I want to just migrate my photography onto anthonygauna.com. So move everything from anthonygaunaphoto.com to anthonygauna.com. I haven't quite figured that out yet. So anyway, I'm not disappearing. I'm not getting out of photography, just not doing weddings anymore. One of the things that I feel like was giving me a lot of like angst was the fact that I feel like everyone knows me as a wedding photographer. And I feel like I've just kind of pigeonholed myself into this one thing, this one niche, and that's all that everyone knows me as. Anthony is a wedding photographer. I feel like that's going to be the hardest thing to like get over, is being known as a wedding photographer and just me, something else. I don't know. Honestly, I'm really proud of myself for finally letting go. I've been holding on to this part of me for so long, and it actually feels really good to let go of this identity that I've had for so long of being a wedding photographer. It just feels like this new growth in me and an official new chapter in my life. A new journey that I'm like going through and building and figuring out. It feels exciting. That's what's going on with me. Be sure to check out my podcast. Everything will be linked down below. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know how to end this. Anyway, all right, bye. Thank you again, everyone. Appreciate it.